Welcome back, everybody, to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword.
Huzzah.
Now, part of this tutorial is looking for our things so we can fly.
Insert your Steve Miller Band reference here. Because that's the only one I can make. Oh, that's not even about flying.
Even though the song's called Fly Like an Eagle.
Yeah.
Of course, you could just take the money and run.
I was watching a stream, and they're using the program Spotify, and it irritates me because every time the song Take the Money and Run comes up, first of all, it's a cover, and second of all, it's labeled as Fly Like an Eagle by Steve Miller Band, even though it's neither of those things. Oh.
More tutorials!
Which, you know, Nintendo, their target market, I almost said target market is still kids.
You can't just add a sky to something and have it be something completely different.
Yeah. That guy has an onion for a head.
Of course. Yes, Beetle has an air shop now. But he's not going to be around for this tutorial portion.
Ah, yes, Beetle. See, that's another Wind Waker blatant Wind Waker reference.
Mm-hmm.
And asshole gives you the complimentary coupon. Use it, he compliment you like a dick. This is the only time that sentence is acceptable.
Yeah.
Is when you're referring to Beetle complimenting you after spending like 400 fucking rupees in his shop.
Alright, cutscene time.
Oh yeah, these guys are totally gonna be Link's friends.
Oh yeah.
They totally don't look like a jerk-ass and his goons.
And totally doesn't have a leitmotif similar to the pirate one in Wind Waker.
Oh yeah! I was thinking that when I was over, and then we pointed out, I was like, oh yeah! Ooh, Bruce. So is he like a combination of goose, grease, and... That's it. Goose, grease. That's it. Greasy
Pretty
goose.
much. And probably douche.
Douche.
You want to throw that in there.
I don't think Nintendo would get away with that. I don't think even with their lax standards now, they would never get away with that. Freaking lisping over.
I love picking nice hair for this.
Lay off my Jew. Oh, I wish we knew someone who could do a good Ace Ventura reference. Nobody messes with the Jew. Oh, freaking love Ace Ventura. Although that's the second movie, which wasn't nearly as good. He kind of drove him to never do a sequel to another one of his movies ever again, which is a good thing.
Pretty much.
I'm still on the fence on Zelda's design in this game. Because, like, a combination of, you can tell it's Zelda, but she's not really Zelda enough, which kind of ties in with the whole, this takes place early on in the storyline, but...
I'm going to point at you!
Point. Which is incredibly rude. Kids, don't point at people. Kids watching us. I think our viewer base is in its teens.
Which would be crazy talk.
What am I saying? Our viewer base. You're the one with the viewer base right now. This guy's a major asshole.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was his entire characterization.
And they jump to their death.
Come on, miss. God damn it. I think I said that when I was over there.
No!
Is Zelda this stupid throughout the entire game?
Well...
Because...
I can't say for sure, because I still haven't finished the game.
True. But holy shit, she's never like this. Like, I think prior to this, the word Zelda was the... Shit, they've all been kind of resourceful and active, haven't they? I think A Link to the Past had the least active Zelda.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Maybe the first two as well, but...
But does that really count?
Because they didn't really have enough to... A Link to the Past was the first story-driven Zelda. So kind of a weak Zelda. It really has the weakest. Because I know in Ocarina of Time, she doesn't even get kidnapped after all hell breaks loose, and Wind Waker, she was a pirate, and in Twilight Princess, she was actively trying to stop Ganon.
I think we've sensed our bird past this cave, but it's blocked off. We need something to cut those stakes down that are inexplicably there.
That has to be a Wind Waker reference with, getting Tetra from the woods on top of the island, which I can't remember its name. They just have all these walkways and shit down there that are, like, completely unrailed.
No, that's not gonna work. Push
this
the
wasn't a
box.
video game. Hey, it could be worse. It could be me playing. I'm bad at it. If it's not Twilight Princess, I'm bad at or Wind Waker, I'm bad at it. Mainly because Twilight Princess and Wind Waker are the two Zelda games I've actually played through in the same area of time.
Information, huh? Fine, I'll talk to you.
And this, of course, brings up the origin of Link's trademarked garb.
I think it only works in the grandiose green.
Yeah. I don't know, that gold brownish color doesn't seem to be too bad. It definitely works at depicting NPCs. I thought the Zora armor, which kind of fell into that, was pretty cool looking, though it also goes in the fact that a lot of Zoras have that weird fin coming out of their head.
Here's your map of this place.
A lot more comprehensive than a lot of other Zelda maps have been.
Yep.
This one actually has colors to depict different colors of the place.
And stuff.
Yes.
Anyway, I believe... Yes, if you didn't go and check near, is it near the waterfall, that would pretty much point it out.
Yeah. Though earlier at the end of part 1, they did kind of point it out as well, with focusing towards the cave to the waterfall.
Yep. And we have ourselves a practice sword. This is your level 1 sword for the game.
Yeah. So it's still a metal sword, but so it definitely looks like it was designed after the Ordon sword from Twilight Princess. I don't know if the sword, the first sword from Wind Waker looks like that. I don't think it does. And if you'll notice, Link is right-handed in this game, just like the Wii port of Twilight Princess, because, you know, most people in real life are right-handed. Though, I don't think it would be too hard to adapt the game for a left-handed Link. What I don't understand is why they had to flip the entirety of the game for Wii.
They had to flip the map.
Yeah, they had to flip the map, and
here I'm showing you various moves you can do with the sword. No.
Those thin parts are for where people have hit it in the past, aren't they? But they could have just flipped Link's model. I mean, that probably wouldn't have changed much.
Right then, let's do a spin attack.
Well, they definitely got around holding the B button until it charges up.
Yep.
Ah, Fatal Blow.
Yes, they do make their return.
Dude, those were some of the most fun parts of Twilight Princess. My all-time favorite one was the Mortal Draw, which you just stood there until someone got close, and then you hit the B button when it prompts you, and you just kill them. It was awesome.
Okay, so we will try to leave with the sword. So, looks like we're going to have to explain the situation to him.
He wasn't doing very good sneaking, though. He just kind of sauntered out.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, this isn't the Forsaken Fortress here.
Or as I like to call it, Metal Gear Link.
I was just thinking that it was almost completely Metal Gear Solid in Zelda. Stone of Truth. As wobbly as ever.
Of course.
Except these are a bit more vocal, aren't they? Sheikah Stone.
Whatever they're called in this game.
Yeah, that's one thing I do not like about Zelda, is the inconsistency of naming some certain things.
Alright, well, now that we have our sword, I reckon we go get our Loftwing back.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea, you know, continue the plot.
Yeah. Continue the tutorial.
Yeah. Isn't there, like, quite a bit to do in just the first few parts? See? No railing, what the hell? That's dangerous. But, isn't there, like, a whole bunch to do before you even start on the first dungeon?
Yeah.
Where's that water coming from? If it's, I know you can't have like a floating landmass without waterfalls leading off of it, because you know those are super freaking cool. But I mean, where's the water coming from? Also, there's clearly only like one female on this entire flying island, which raises another problem.
Alright, fuck this noise.
So how does the game control in this compared to... I don't know. I don't think you played Twilight Princess.
I have not played Twilight Princess.
Well, how does it control based on just going into it?
Just going into it, it does take some time to get used to. Like, you have to... It's kind of odd because you think something like this you could attack like in any direction, but it's fixed to 8 directions, which I think works better.
Kind of, yeah. Wait, she could have just flown you there?
Pretty much.
I mean, it's already established that it could carry, you know, both their weight for a short distance. Enough to climb, anyway.
Something seems to be happening. I think Zelda's going crazy.
Would it be the first time?
Pretty much.
Well, maybe. Would it be the first it might be the first incarnation to go crazy, though.
Well, of course. It is red, therefore it is mine.
How many freaking red Loftwings do you think there are? Of course it is his. I do like the whole aspect of cutting the ropes, but it does look a bit awkward to do.
Yeah, because you have to do, it's 2 hits to take him out. And you have to do a side slash and a diagonal.
Diagonal seems like it'd be a bitch to do with the Wii controller. Yeah, see, that's very much a reference to the King of Red Lions, just with the color scheme and the fact they use it to travel.
So now that we have freed our Loftwing, I believe it's time to make like the Foo Fighters and learn to fly. But not before Zelda goes crazy again.
I've noticed this society is built entirely on jumping off and hoping a bird catches you.
Pretty much.
How are they all still alive? I get that they trust their animals, but they're still only mortal birds. I know I'm looking way too into it. I know it's just a video game and we should just kind of relax.
The surface! Have you lost your mind, Zelda?
It's just clouds from straight down. Although there are shadows way off in the distance, kind of like Wind Waker. Don't worry about falling. Your bird will sure to be catching you this time, and I totally fucked up what she said, but I don't care.
Whee!
I don't like Link's lips. I'm trying to say that 3 times fast.
And the point of this is to teach you to press down to not die.
Can you fall to your death during that sequence?
I never tried.
Aww. So now you have to get the thing to do the place.
Not yet.
Oh.
Here we're just learning.
So how does this control compare to, say, the Manta Ray in Super Mario Galaxy?
For moving left and right, it controls very similarly. But for everything else, it actually, this seems a bit more fluid.
Yeah.
Which is amazing for flying, because you have 3 dimensions to worry about.
Well, I think part of it is that they don't necessarily, they didn't make the flying very realistic. It's you point where you want to go and you go, as opposed to worrying about lift and drag and all that complicated bullshit. I mean, look at that. That fucking thing's hovering.
Just makes you wonder about stuff. Anyway, we will see you all in part 3 for the wing ceremony, I believe.